So welcome to the Teach Upside Down classroom. In honor of going back to school, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the importance of classroom environment and how it affects the Teach Upside Down learner. Classrooms often have white walls and they have industrial furniture, and so it's really easy for students to feel like they are in a place they don't want to be. And so the first thing I want to do is make the environment one that they actually want to be in. So I try to cover up anything that looks industrial, and I use cheap fabrics. Another part of my classroom that has made my job easier and has made the classroom more personal is a friend of mine, when she left the teaching profession, bequeathed to me her mailboxes. I have a mailbox for every single individual student. It's really important that all the time I have with them, which is very short, none of that time is spent passing back papers. I also have a place in my classroom called Post-it Place. When they come in, they may be given a question that they're supposed to write the answer on a Post-it note, and they put it in the back of the room. And they know it can be anonymous, and so it's a safe way for them to ask questions. I may ask them, "What about irony don't you understand?" Or, "What questions did you have about yesterday's short story?" And the students write their questions on a Post-it note and they put it on the back wall. There may be students who are very quiet and they may not say something out loud, but they may certainly write it down on a Post-it note. Another great idea to use in the classroom is to take a glass picture frame and to use it as a whiteboard. And I write on it with Expo markers. You can also write on windows with Expo markers. I think any new surface that you can find that kids can write on, it just makes it more fun. The more engaging and creative you are, the more fun your classroom is. This is a fun element of the classroom that I include. I have a theme day for every day of the week, and I actually have to give a shout out to a colleague of mine from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, who gave me the original idea of theme days. One that I have specifically made up myself is called Unbirthdays. I struggled to remember student birthdays, and students really like to be remembered on their birthday. So because I couldn't remember, I decided that one day every week I would celebrate the students' unbirthdays. On a day of the week, 2 students, they get a prize, they get a poster for their locker, and they get a sticker that says Happy Unbirthday. And I have been shocked at how much this ends up meaning to my students. And it's not about unbirthdays or themes or any of those things. It's about personalizing and really showing students that you care about who they are and about what matters to them. DriveBys are where I take a roll of masking tape and I give each student about a 2-foot length of masking tape. On that masking tape, they write compliments for the fellow students in their classrooms. Then when it's time, the reason I call them DriveBys is they get to walk around and stick those compliments on their classmates, as long as they don't stick them in their hair or, in places that will hurt. But it's really interesting to see all the students who put those drive-bys on their binders and keep them. I also use tables. I feel like every 15 minutes we try to move around, and so I try to have something that's consistent with group work and conversation and collaboration. And the Teach Upside Down classroom cannot work with one person. Namely, it can't work with just me. It has to involve everyone, and there needs to be ownership by every single person in the classroom. And so having tables is a great way for collaboration and conversation, which is crucial to the Teach Upside Down classroom. The most important part of the Teach Upside Down classroom is that the individual students' needs are met by way of differentiation. Not only do I differentiate using the multiple intelligences, but I differentiate with their abilities, with their personalities, and with their talents. But it has really made a huge difference in the lives of my students. And there are all kinds of places on the internet where you can find really cheap ideas, paper, duct tape, different things that you can use to make the environment just a more appealing place to be. When you decorate your home, you want it to feel like home. That when high school students go to a classroom, they often don't like where they are. It doesn't feel like a place they want to spend their time, and they're spending 8 hours a day there. So the more that we can make the environment better for them, the more it becomes a world that's teach upside down. Students aren't being run over by cookie cutter industrialized rooms. They're being welcomed into a place that they actually want to spend their time. Everyone is a genius. But if you judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, it will live its life believing it's stupid. Albert Einstein. This is Carrie from Teach Upside Down, signing out.